Hi friends, welcome back. I'm Ashley Morris, the owner and lead tutor at amtutors.com, where we specialize in one-on-one virtual math tutoring for middle school and high school students. And in this lesson, we're going to review a couple of things and put it all together. We're going to talk about operations with decimals, but we're going to use positive and negatives. So we have videos on positive and negative integers, and we have videos on all the decimal operations. So we're going to put them together in this video. If you're looking for specific positive and negative or decimal rules, decimal operations, please go check out those videos first. And this is a good just review video. So if you're feeling confident, pause. Okay, try them on your own. Alrighty. Number one, two negatives. I'm going to zoom in a tiny bit. There we go. Okay. That's too much. All right. Two negatives because we make this add the opposite. So we know our answer is going to be negative. So we're going to do 6.9. We're going to add them. They have the same sign, so we're going to add. Bring down my decimal. And we're going to keep it negative. Okay. If the numbers have the same sign, add them, keep that sign. And make sure you line up your decimal and line up the tenths, the hundredths, the ones, all that. Multiplying two negatives. When you multiply, we get a positive. So we automatically know our number is going to be a positive for this one. 3.5 times 4.2. I'm going to ignore the decimals kind of for a minute. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Put a 0 for a placeholder. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 3 is 12 plus 2 is 14. 0, 7, 1, 4. And there are two numbers behind the decimal. So that's going to be 14.70. And it's going to be positive. A negative times a negative is a positive. And this is not a foolproof method for checking, but I've got about 3 times 4. So I know it's going to be about 12 and a little bit more than 12 because this is a little bit more than 5 and a little bit more than 4. So 14.7, again, not guaranteed that that's right when you're using this kind of thought process, but it tells me that I was at least on the right track. If I'd gotten something like 7, I know I'm wrong. So that might help you make sure you're at least on the right track. Alrighty, dividing. I'm going to come over here and do some long division. The top number goes on the inside. The bottom number goes on the outside. Now we are not allowed to have a decimal on the outside, so I'm going to move the decimal over one spot to make that a 3, and I have to do the same thing on the inside. Really what we did was we multiplied the top and bottom of our fraction by 10, but that's the shortcut. So let's see. 3 does not go into 2. 3 goes into 25 8 times. That gives me 24. Bring up my decimal, bring down my 6. 3 goes into 16 5 times. Add a 0. Now I'm going to just go one more number so I get my hundredths. Read the directions, talk to your teacher, see how far they want you to go. 3 goes into 10 3 times. And I get 1 left over. Oh, this ends up being a repeating 3. Because you see how I'm going to get a 1, so I'm going to add a 0 and bring it down. Goes into 10 3 times. So this ends up being cool because it just repeated. So 8.53 where the 3 repeats. And then let's check my signs. A negative divided by a positive is a negative. Here's a good place to stop. Let's see if I can get all 3 on there. Pause here and try them on your own. All right, number 4. Signs are different, so I'm going to subtract. So subtract 3.49. I made sure I lined everything up. That becomes an 18. That becomes a 9. 6 minus 4 is 2. 6 minus 3 is 3. Now, what sign is it going to be? Well, the 6 is bigger. 6.78 or 6 and 78 hundredths is bigger than 3 and 49 hundredths. So we're going to keep the sign of the 6. So it's going to be negative. Okay, these signs. The 9 is bigger, so we know our answer is going to be negative. Same reasoning as the one before. The 9 is bigger than the 3. We're going to subtract. I'm going to put my bigger number on top. So the 9 is going to stay on top. And let's subtract. 5 minus 5 is 0. Regroup, make that a 12 and that an 8. 12 minus 7 is 5. Right, yeah. 8 minus 3 is 5. And then we know the answer is going to be negative because the 9 was bigger. My answer is negative. All right, dividing. Long division. The 0.25 goes on the outside. Oops, that's supposed to be a 4.75. I was about to say something. No decimals allowed outside. Multiply by 100 on both of them. So the decimal just completely goes away on this one. Cool. Let's see. 25 goes into 47 one time. It's almost 2. So close. I was trying to do the math in my head. It's like so close. So that's going to be 22 left over. Bring down the 5. Oh, 25 goes into this evenly. It's going to go 9 times. So with this one, we don't have a decimal left over. Cool. What's our sign? A positive divided by negative is a negative. So negative 19. And we're done. That's it. Yep, that's the last one. Make sure you like and subscribe and follow. Ring the bell depending on how you're watching this. Also, if you need more practice, there are worksheets. If it's on YouTube, go look in the description. There are worksheets there. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, go look in my profile and you'll see a link to get the worksheets there. I hope you have a great day. I hope that was helpful. Bye, everybody.